Imagine this. You're standing in the chaos of your own thoughts, caught in a whirlwind of emotions that feel impossible to control. Every small spark turns into a wildfire, and you find yourself consumed by the flames of overreaction. What if I told you there's a single rule, a deceptively simple one, that could cut your emotional reactivity in half? This rule doesn't rely on willpower or exhausting effort. It's about one thing: brutal honesty with yourself. Emotions ignite our reactions. They're the match that sets everything ablaze. But it's not the emotions themselves that create the firestorm. It's how we think about them. Picture your habits, self-care, and problem-solving skills as the wood that sustains the fire, while your thoughts act as gasoline. And there's one kind of thinking in particular that dumps fuel on the flames: black and white thinking. This type of thinking reduces life to extremes. It strips away nuance, forcing you to see everything as all good or all bad, with nothing in between. It hides in words like always, never, everything, nothing, perfect, terrible. You know the pattern. You never listen to me. I'll never be good enough. Everything is falling apart. These thoughts don't just distort reality, they intensify your emotions, turning small frustrations into unbearable disasters. Think about it. A husband says, "You never do the dishes. I always have to clean up after you." A young adult feels, "The world is terrible and I'll never succeed." A stressed employee thinks, "My boss is the worst communicator." A mother comparing herself to others says, "I'm a terrible person. She has it all together." Each of these thoughts makes the situation feel unmanageable because they turn something nuanced into something absolute. Why do we cling to this thinking? Because it serves a short-term purpose. If you label your partner as always selfish, you feel justified in your anger. If you tell yourself you're terrible at math, you have a built-in excuse for not trying. Black and white thinking protects you from the discomfort of failure, uncertainty, or disappointment. But in the long run, it traps you, making you feel powerless and stuck. There's a reason your brain falls into this habit. It's tied to survival. In life-threatening situations, black and white thinking simplifies choices. It helped our ancestors decide quickly: fight, flee, or freeze. But in your day-to-day life, where decisions aren't life or death, this instinct does more harm than good. It amplifies emotional instability and clouds your judgment. The antidote: honesty. Black and white thinking is a lie, and the first step to breaking free is admitting that. Start by catching yourself in the act. Notice trigger words like always, never, everything. Write them down and post them somewhere visible. Each time you use these words, pause. Take a deep breath and slow down. Next, separate your emotions from your thoughts. Your emotions are real. Honor them. But the thoughts exaggerating the situation, they're not. Instead of saying, "I feel like you never listen to me," focus on the raw emotion. "I feel hurt." Keep it simple. I feel, followed by one emotion word. No accusations, no exaggerations, just the truth. Now reframe the situation. Replace black and white thinking with gray. Life isn't all or nothing, it's nuanced. Practice using the phrase both and to hold multiple truths at once. Instead of, "My boss is terrible," try, "My boss struggles with communication, and they're also working hard to support the team." Instead of, "I'm a failure," acknowledge, "I made a mistake, and I'm still capable of succeeding." Find exceptions to your extreme thoughts. If you think, "My partner never helps around the house," challenge yourself to find a time when they did. Be specific. Replace "everything is awful" with "I didn't get clear instructions for this task." Specificity gives you clarity and control, allowing you to take constructive action. Finally, take accountability. If there's a problem at work, ask yourself if you've communicated your needs clearly. If there's tension at home, consider how you've contributed. Accountability isn't about self-blame, it's about reclaiming your power to influence outcomes. This is where Stoicism aligns beautifully with modern psychology. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Black and white thinking hands over your power, making you a victim of your own mind. Honesty and nuance give you that power back, helping you respond with clarity instead of reacting with intensity. Changing these patterns isn't easy. It requires practice, patience, and sometimes the guidance of a therapist. But it's possible. Over time, you can rewire your brain, improve your mood, and reduce emotional reactivity. Imagine how freeing it would feel to let go of extreme thoughts and see the world for what it truly is, complex, nuanced, and full of possibility. What's one extreme thought you've clung to today? Comment below, "I master my thoughts," as your first step toward a clearer, calmer mind. Subscribe to Digital Stoic Daily for more strategies to control your emotions, master your mind, and transform your life. This is your moment. Take it.